Okay, so Shafiq in a free ka means spirit in the ancient Kemetic or ancient Egyptian language. So the spirit is infinite. It has no boundaries. It can't be circumscribed by time or space. So this is what ka basically, this album symbolizing freedom. You know, this is Shafiq in a free state of mind. So that's basically, it was just a play on words of Shafiq in the free ka. It was actually Shaft in Africa. And so one of my good friends, Eric Coleman, was like, "You should do something with that." So we had the title sitting around for about a year, but then when I actually started making the album, it kind of felt like that.
And I know you you collaborated with was it three different artists for this?
Wow, actually more. Bilal, Jametta Rose, Noni Lamar, Nia Andrews, Rozzy Dame, Ty and Corey, Omos Keith, Bulky and Cam.
What's the whole collaborative process like? I mean, do you have the songs, you write them with them in mind, or is it more of a collaborative sort of thing?
Yeah, usually the songs usually come from like sketches, a lot of skeletons. Usually when I make music, I try to I write too at the same time. So I'm usually thinking about a concept, but then sometimes I'll have the lyrics already together, and maybe the song take like Evil Man. Evil Man had the song written maybe like 3 years, a couple of years prior to me actually doing it. So when I actually heard the music, it was like, oh, that, you know.
When did you make the decision to do a solo album?
Probably about the end of 2000, 2008. Probably about like November 2008. I think I had just finished a little beat album called the Frequency Clash, which was Jank Random meets Early On. It's like two alter egos that I play with. So then I was like, but nobody's did like a dope studio album in a long, like a full on studio album, concept start to finish, artwork. I said, so let me go in and just do that.
Right. What was, I mean, throughout your career, you've been a producer, producing for other people, or working with Sarah. What was it like to, kind of the blank page and say, this is what I want to do for myself, and I have the vision that I can carry out?
Well, like I said, I've always produced by myself, but then I've always produced with other people. So take like Omos. Omos is, I would take Omos is probably like like just the number one know-it-all, know how to do everything. So when you around brothers like that, they kind of like pushing the envelope in anyway. So Sarah, it's probably like 16 songs that you can come out in a year, on an album. So you got a lot of other material sitting around. For me, like I said, I'm constantly writing, kind of just stretching out. So really, this was the thing really for me, just to get off a creative moment or time and space where I needed to really just demonstrate where I was at mentally. A lot of people would ask, is it different from Sarah? I mean, it's the same mentality as far as like making music, but as far as like content, subject matter, this is Shafiq's perspective on where I'm at. It's actually my view of world music.
Yeah, you can hear that. I mean,
Yeah.
hear a lot of like African rhythms in there, and even some Caribbean influence as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been involved and had live percussionists come in. I had live string Miguel Atwood Ferguson, incredible arranger. I had probably some of probably the most probably the dopest unknown underground musicians, but to me they world class musicians. Some of the I'm just naming some of the musicians that I used, like Stephen Thundercat Bruner, Miguel Atwood Ferguson, Brother Alacoy, Elam from France, Chris Dave, world-renowned jazz drummer. A bunch of other people. Bilal.
Right. You've been making music for close to 30 years now. right?
Nah.
No,
Nah.
are my facts wrong?
Well,
Because like I know you used to work with Ice-T, right?
yeah, I used to work with Ice-T. I probably started making music professionally probably about like 1987.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
It's about 25,
25.
25
Yeah,
years. Yeah.
somebody was getting a little exaggerated
And
with that.
yeah, yeah, and I read online that like I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that like African Bambaataa taught you how to cut. Is that true?
Bambaataa didn't teach me how to cut, but I was around in the crew. I was a part of the Zulu Nation with Africa Islam, Grand Mixer DST, Grandmaster Melly Mel, Grandmaster Kaz, and DJ Latin here on the West Coast too.
Right, right. What was it like, you know, being at that scene at that time? I mean,
Oh, it was fresh. Yeah, it was fresh. That's the spirit of that. The true essence of hip hop is actually what those are the memories that I carry in my heart. And every time when I'm doing music, I'm thinking about how that used to make me feel.
do you consider what you're doing now to be hip hop, or?
The spirit of it, yeah. Like I said, the like how to make music. It is from I guess a hip hop. I think my approach still is from a hip hop point of view, but music wise, I think it's more like jazz, rock, blues, fusion, like you were saying earlier. Hip hop would also influence maybe like the way, also the writing a little bit too, from the street perspective, but at the same time still historically or griotish, more so, and then spiritual. Like I said, whenever you talk about mental, you're saying spiritual, the same thing. So this is just your personality, basically. Coming forth, and that's what really hip hop. To me, the essence of it was just the expression of that. Everybody brought their own particular individual, what they would call swagger or style, and let that just be on full display.
You know, I know when I talked to, I interviewed Omas last year, I believe it was, and you said that you guys were going to release another Sarah album by the end of the year.
Yes.
What's up with that?
Okay, so we have the Sarah. Okay, for the record, there's Sarah Creative Partners, and then there's Sarah. Sarah Creative Partners is the production aspect of the group, and then company, and then we have Sarah the group. Sarah as the group has not actually put out an album yet. The first two albums, if you look, the Sarah Creative Partners album. So this is why there's a lot of features, certain songs on there. It's probably not us performing like Noni Lamar. But there's the Black Fuzz album. The Black Fuzz album we have done, I think it was done probably 2006. That was the album that was going to come out on the Good Music album, Good Music label. So we never dropped that. We actually have the masters back from that, and then we have another album that almost like what he's talking about. We're going to record brand new from scratch. So you'll see another Sarah album probably, hopefully by summertime, and then maybe towards the end of the year, another album.
Will the Black Fuzz album ever see the light of day? Or?
That's the one that we're going to try to get distribution for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why was that never released on Good Music?
Sony basically just trashed the whole urban department.
Okay.
I think they only kept like Beyonce and Nas at the time. So, So Kanye, we got all the masters back from him from Good Music.
Yeah.
We're open for business. Anybody that wants to do business with Sarah.
Yeah, and so according to your formulation, the Sarah album that's going to be released, that Omas was talking about, it'll focus more on you guys and not so much a collaborative sort of experience, and it'll just be Sarah, not Sarah Creative Partners.
Yeah, this will be the core of us, the three of us. Real, like I said, concept orientated. The three of us actually performing, producing. The Black Fuzz album, well, it does have Iggy Pop. It has Herbie Hancock, Erykah Badu, Africa Bambaataa, John Legend. I think I'm missing a few.
This sounds pretty epic.
Yeah, that album is pretty fresh though. Yeah,
Well, was it frustrating to see it get shelved?
yeah, that was that. I put it like this: that was an album that really, for me, had to really like it tested what you would call patience because I had been waiting for a long time to really like put out like a real dope album. But look how it worked out. So we put out the New America right after that with Badu, and then we did the Nuclear Evolution album, and then my solo album.
Right. It's a hell of a 1, 2, 3 punch.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
You know?
So it's got to get this. It's coming right in time.
Yeah. Are you doing anything for the New Erica?
Yes. I have a song on there, I believe, called Agitation, and another song that I wrote with it, produced by Tarak, called Don't Be Long.
Yeah. Can you speak to that at all? I mean, how's the New Erica? How's it different from the New America?
I would say it's in between a Mama's Gun and a Worldwide Underground.
And you know, of course, the story goes that you're the only person that Erica lets write for her.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's it like working with her?
Amazing. Insightful, funny. Erica's sense of humor, her sensibility, her the science, the approach to it, the whole process, the procedure, you know, kind of like masterfully crafted out. It's not, people would really think it would be like a lot of like head science. It kind of just happens organically. So over text, we might be on an IM, and she'll say a line, and then I'll finish it up, or then she might be like, I got this concept for this song, and then we'll just go in and write the whole song.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think is her greatest strength as far as her artistic sensibilities?
That's wow.
I'm sorry, that was too general.
She has a theater background, so I love her as a performer. But then Erica's dope, also, like, you know, in a very underground way, you know, like just super creative. You know, open. She'll try anything. At least the stuff that I tried with her. I would say performance and song concepts. She has a very unique way of putting songs together, and some of the medleys, how she ties songs together. I appreciate the song structure.
She's a hell of a live performer as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you have a live show currently with the full band, right?
Yes. The Freak Ensemble.
What's it like performing with a full band on tour?
It's different.
Yeah,
it's different. Well, I mean, obviously because it's me by myself, but the aspect of actually running the band, I never thought of myself as like a band leader, but I guess that's what I am now. And then there's the aspect of performance. So actually, even thinking about that, I'm thinking about like aspects of like a performing arts school, or like old production houses and stuff like that. You know, think about like Fame meets Parliament.